Okay, friends, go ahead and turn your folders to Chewing on Trees, please. Chewing on Trees. Chewing on Trees. All right, friends, we have a new focus on fluency this week. Who can tell me what our focus on fluency is? What is it, Logan?
Phrasing.
Phrasing. Who can read what phrasing is for us? Jalen?
Read and smooth phrases. Readers who read one word at a time usually sound choppy.
So when I read like that, is it reading with phrasing?
No.
When I read like this, is it reading with phrasing?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because I'm just reading kind of like I talk. All right, friends, let's look at our story, Chewing on Trees. We have a couple review keywords. What's the word ancient mean? You can tell me what the word ancient means. May, what's the word ancient mean? Very old. Ingredient. What's the word ingredient mean? What's the word ingredient mean, Vivian? Part of a mixture or recipe. What about sap? What does sap mean, Lily?
Sap means a liquid that flows through trees.
And practice. What does practice mean? What's practice mean?
Trying to get better.
The act of doing something many, many, many times in order to get better. Like kind of how we practice fluency. We practice fluency to get better. Okay? Friends, I want you to follow along as I read. Sometimes I might stop, and then I'll call on a friend, and I'll have you fill in the blank. So, Vivian, let's do it together. So I'll start the story. Did you know that when you chew on... So Vivian filled in my blank because I stopped. So I know that she's paying attention as I read. Excuse me, friends. So, follow along as I read the story, Chewing on Trees, aloud to you. Did you know that when you chew gum, you might be chewing on trees? It's true. The major ingredient in some chewing gum is gum. Landon? Gum base is a mixture of substances from tropical trees or sticky stuff from pine trees. We can trace the practice of chewing on, Grace? Stuff from trees as far back as ancient Greece. The Greeks chewed on a substance from the mastic trees that grew in their, Emily?
Area.
The Maya, who lived in what is now Mexico over 1,000 years ago, chewed on the substance from the sapodilla trees. Native Americans chewed on sticky stuff from spruce trees. They taught American settlers to, Logan?
Chew.
On the sap from spruce trees too. Up until 150 years ago, spruce gum was the most popular gum in, Taylor?
America.
Not all gum base comes from trees. Man-made or synthetic, gum base is made in a laboratory. Synthetic gum base is used to make bubble... Javion?
Gum.
The synthetic gum base gives the bubble gum more stretchiness, so it makes bigger bubbles. Okay? The word synthetic's bolded. Does anybody know what the word synthetic means? What's the word synthetic mean? It's on there. Yeah, it's man-made. When something's synthetic, it's man-made. So think about Laffy Taffies. You know, we have purple and blue and banana flavored. Do Laffy Taffies actually come from like bananas or grapes or?
It's just the artificial flavor.
It's the artificial flavor. They make it so it kind of tastes like grapes. They make it so it kind of tastes like bananas. It's not actually real bananas or grapes or blueberries that they use. They're synthetic. Okay? So friends, we are going to do the activity we did yesterday. Remember, we have two separate teams. Remember, you need to read the entire thing. And don't just read it to yourself. Read it out loud so I know that you actually read it. Or it doesn't count. I'll make you come back. Also, you have to stay stationed at your desk or your group areas. So then your partner has to go all the way back and give the next person in line a high five. Don't creep up, because I caught a bunch of you creeping up here yesterday. Okay, are there any other questions before we begin?
No. So do we have to be by the lockers?
No, just at that little, that little pod. Okay? All right. Remember your numbers. Hold on. I'm doing new groups today. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? All right. Break.
Is it 1?
Yep. 1 over here, 2 over here.
I'll go first again. Okay. I'm going to. Should I go last? I'm going last. You can be first. Maybe I'll be fourth. Who's gonna go against myself? Javian. Oh, not me. No, I'm going against Miss Hintz.
All right, friends. Pick who's going first.
Wait, who has more? Our team. I meant our team or theirs.
Well, they'll be even because I'm with you guys.
Okay.
Okay, they'll be even. All right, pick your first partner.
Me.
You can start with your hand on the desk. Start with your hand on the desk. On your marks. Get set. On your marks. Get set. Go. Go in there. Okay, go. Go. Okay, go. Okay, thanks. Go. Nice. Go.
Get right here. Put your hand on the desk. And then Mrs. Hintz after Javian.
Yeah, I got your baby on. Hey.
We're still running the thing. Yeah, because they're one behind us. Well, we were here. Wait, so put your hand.
You got it, Jamie on.
You read fast.
I tried.
The last one.
We'll go through twice. We'll go through twice.
Okay, there you go. The last one.
Misty did not feel well when she woke up this morning. The first thing Mom did was to feel Misty's forehead. She felt hot, so Mom got out the thermometer and took Misty's temperature. 103 degrees, explained Mom. No solution, and she was able to get Misty a cup of ice cream. Are you guys seriously only 13? Or 13? We're on 15.
We're winning. What do you guys want?
15. 16 now.
Let's go. Wait, yesterday team 1 won. Now today team 2 is winning. And our team still falling.
Whoever wins, do they get a candy? Nice. Okay, so who's after Emily?
Go.
Let it out!
She didn't give her a high five. Javian, read it fast, okay? If you're up, you read it fast. Yeah. She's gonna be equally because just read it over before hurry, go. Vincent! Oh, we're ahead of them. Yeah, let's go! Yeah, we are.
Mr. Flanders Washington Dynasty. Every morning, he sits on his favorite stool at the counter and starts to read the newspaper. When Alice, the waitress, comes to take his order, he minutes later. Back up.
No, you guys all need to go back.
A few minutes later, Alice brings him a blueberry muffin and a cup of coffee.
Yes!
Finish. Coffee. We're done.
We won!
Awesome.
No,
But I finished first.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, friends.
We're at 22. We win.
Nice try. Okay. Hey,
We're at 22.
please put your cards that we
Okay,
used
we're at
on the
21.
desk. What you need to do then is you need to grab your folders. We're going to do, actually, no, we don't have time for that. All right, friends, what you need to do is you need to put your things away. You need to put your things away and line up quietly at the door. Nice job today, friends. Sorry, babe.